It's a really long lesson. You can see why I'm usually here so early. Because usually, just say wait. It's still trying to connect to the software.
Sorry, folks, we got a little late start due to some technical difficulties. We'll be picking up here in just a moment. All right, what you're watching here is event number 4. This is heat number 1. This is the boys' 200-yard freestyle, and this is the varsity, and they just completed. Again, we apologize. We got kind of a late start there due to some technical difficulties that were beyond our control. All right, this is event number 5, boys 200-yard IM junior varsity. In lane 1 is Eli Gober with Farmington. Lane 3 is Colin Hawkins with Farmington. Lane 4 is Josh Sally with Rosemount. And lane 5 is Chase Melby with Farmington. Josh from Rosemount in lane 4 is currently in the lead by just a hair. However, coming up right on his side here is Colin Hawkins from Farmington in lane 3. As they head down to the other end of the pool, Colin in lane 3 will touch first. Colin comes into this with a 2:31.99 previously, so it'll be interesting to see what he gets. I'm sorry, that's Josh Sally from Rosemount who's got a 2:31.99 previously. Josh Collins in lane 3 has got a 2:27.21 previously. Colin is hanging on to his lead, lengthening it just a bit here as he comes back to the pool for the finish here, and he will finish first in lane 3 with a 2:30.53, followed by Josh Sally with Rosemount with a time of 2:33.61. Coming in third place was lane 5. That's Chase Melby with a 2:36.01.
Next event, 200-yard individual medley varsity.
All right, up next is event number 6. This is boys 200-yard IM, and this is the varsity. Into the water they go. In lane 1 is Daniel Budd with Farmington. Lane 2 is Sullivan Labno with Rosemount. Lane 3, Jake Peterson with Farmington. Lane 4, Matthew Warwick with Rosemount. Lane 5, Thomas West with Farmington. And lane 6, Quinlan Schroeder with Rosemount. Leading the pack at the current time is Matthew Warwick with Rosemount in lane 4. Matthew in lane 4 has got a pretty dominating lead here. In second place at this time is Sullivan Labno from Rosemount in lane 2. And in third place at this time is lane 3. That's Jake Peterson with Farmington. Here comes Matthew Warwick in lane 4. He will come in first with a time of 2:00.82. Coming in second is Sullivan Labno in lane 2 with a time of 2:05.38. And coming in third for Farmington is Jake Peterson with a 2:07.87.
Next event, 50-yard freestyle, junior varsity.
All right, up next is event number 7. This is the 50-yard freestyle junior varsity. This is an all Farmington heat. In lane 1 is Ethan Lyons. Lane 2 is Wyatt Cunnin. Lane 3 is Krister Vigessa. Lane 4, Logan Morris. Lane 5, Evan Christensen. And in lane 6, Logan Lesher. Again, this is an all Farmington heat. It's a photo finish here. Lane 3 will take first, and that's Krister Vigessa. Coming in second is lane 4. That's Logan Morris.
All right, next event, 50-yard freestyle varsity.
Next up is event number 8, boys 50-yard freestyle. This is the varsity. All right, in lane 1 is Justin Raymond with Farmington. Lane 2 is Noah Sreneski with Rosemount. Lane 3 is Adam Morlack with Farmington. Lane 4 is Josh Sikorsky with Rosemount. Lane 5 is Samuel Allwater with Farmington. And again, another photo finish between lanes 3 and 4. Lane 3 will touch first. That is Adam Morlack. Coming in second is lane number 4. That is our own Noah Sranaski. And coming in third
Now we will be taking our break.
is lane 2. Well, that's interesting.
At the conclusion of the diving event, we'll have the chocolate duck competition. So if you haven't bought your ducks yet, come see Mark or Vicky. Our gift cards
Well, folks,
will be
again, we're sorry we got a late start here. We're going to start diving here in just the next minute or so. We're going to try to get the camera maybe repositioned, or maybe it's good where it's at. We don't want to play with things too much and have issues for you. We've had enough of those already. But diving should begin in just a couple of minutes here, and then we'll pick up again with the rest of the meet. We'll be right back.
So I'm gonna go over here. It's probably not mute. Let me just move the camera real quick. So you can go over here and you can turn this.
Yeah.
And you can zoom in a little bit with the software, whether or not.
Do you really want to?
It just takes.
Do you have a son that's diving?
Does that look a little? Does that look any? Yeah. So it's a little zoomed in now.
Yeah, right there on the screen.
See, it's a little zoomed in now, and it's a little bit too low.
That's the All right.
Kelly said you're never supposed to take this off. You have invalidated.
I need your time.
Jeez.
It's on the back of that sheet.
All right, here's our dive order tonight.
For those of you who can hear me out there, the dive orders tonight are going to be Lucas Gurton for Rosemount, Logan Lesher for Farmington, and Will Kerrigan will round it off. There's only going to be 3 divers tonight. This should be quick, fast.
First diver, Lucas.
You're going to see some very good divers, though.
First diver, Lucas, doing a 51.32D. Front 1.5 somersault.
Lucas, as you probably all know, was a state champion last year as a 9th grader. Polishing off his final year of his sophomore year, home tonight for the last final meet of the season. He's going to be starting now with a degree of difficulty of 1.8. Well, 6.5, 5.5, 5.5.
5.5, 5.5. Next up, Logan, 52.11.
You see why he's formidable.
Back dive, half twist in the straight position.
Logan Lesher, Farmington, a degree of difficulty of 1.8. I wish I could give you what dives they were doing, but I cannot. I don't have that in front of me. I can tell you they're going to do a couple of bounces up in the air, a couple of twists around, and come back down again. It's about all I can tell you. Scores 3, 3, and 3.
Next up,
Rosemount, Will Kerrigan.
21D, back somersault, half twist, free position.
He being a senior this year, also his final home meet. Degree of difficulty for him is a 1.7. 4.5. 4 and 4.
Next up, Lucas,
Back to the top we go. Lucas with a 2.6 degree of difficulty.
plank position.
And as predicted, they all have gone up and have come down, so I'm doing pretty well here. Lucas Gurton up, round, makes it look easy. 7, 7, 7.5. Logan Lesher, degree of difficulty of 1.7.
A, back dive, straight position, 1.7.
201A, straight, as I'm told. A 1.7 degree of difficulty. You're up at a 3.5. 3.5. Will Kerrigan, degree of difficulty, coming up as 2.1.
231D, back 1.5 somersaults, half twist, free position, 2.1.
Very nice. 4.5. 4. 4.5. Back to the top we go. Lucas Gurton again.
203B, back 1.5 somersaults, plank position, 2.1.
I've been able to see all the home meets this summer, and he's really put on quite a program all fall long. Or winter, I guess, season. He's the real deal. Six and a half, 5.5. Logan Lesher, Farmington. Degree of difficulty on this one would be a 1.4. 3.5, 2.5, 3. Will Kerrigan, 2.0.
Somersaults in tight tuck position, 2.0.
Will's had a nice career here at Rosemount High School. Do not know if he's going to be continuing on to the next level. Very nice dive. 5.5, 5, 5.5.
Starting on number 4, Lucas.
Back to the top, Lucas.
35D, back 1.5 somersaults.
This will be a 2.9 degree of difficulty.
2.9.
Lucas only a sophomore this year. Five and a half, 5, 6. Logan.
3C, forward 1.5 somersaults.
This one will be a degree of difficulty of 1.6. Two and a half, 2.5.
Next up,
Will.
403C, inward 1.5 somersaults.
Degree of difficulty on this one will be a 2.2. Hustles out to the end of the board, gets himself prepared. Very nice. 6.5, 6, 5.5.
Starting on number 5, Lucas, 403.
Back to the top, Lucas, a 2.4 degree of difficulty.
2.4.
Lucas used to be in the gymnastics program. Did very well in there. Decided to make a quick change and get a break from gymnastics and hustle on over to the pool. A very natural fit. Eight, 8.5, 8. Boy, you don't see those very often. Nice job. Logan, a 1.4 degree of difficulty.
1.4.
Three, 3.5, 3.5. Rosemount, Will Kerrigan, a 2.8 degree of difficulty coming at us here in a moment. Ooh, that didn't look good with the face plant. Oh, he's proud of it anyway. The crowd's loving it. 3.5, 2.5, 2.5. Well, he's got a snoot full of chlorine there. Get himself all flushed out, and he'd be good to go, and he's okay with it, so we are too. Back to the top we go. Lucas Gurton. Lucas's dad, a former wrestler here at Rosemount and also at Augsburg College back in their heyday. That looked pretty darn good. 6, 6, 5.5.
Next up, Logan, 5111A, forward 9, half twist.
Farmington's Logan Lesher back on the board. Degree of diffie of 1.8. This will be his last dive of the evening. One and a half, one and a half. Bet he's wishing he had that one back again, but that's all right. There's always next week. All right. Will has cleaned the chlorine out of his face. Up for his last dive of the evening for all the divers. And off he goes. Three and a half. Three and a half. And that takes care of the diving portion of the Rosemount Farmington meet. Will Kerrigan's last dive here at Rosemount Middle School. We'll take a break momentarily. They'll put the lane lines back in place, the flags back in place, and your regularly scheduled announcee shall return.
It's working, but it's working, though.
82.
You don't want me to download this and make them do a JPEG real quick. It's fine.
Numbers between 59, 82.
All right, folks, we'll be back with you in just a few moments here. We've got to get everything reset here in the pool area, and the camera's reset. Thanks for your patience. All right, folks, this is event number 11, boys 100-yard butterfly, junior varsity. In lane 3 is Colin Hawkins with Farmington. And in lane 5 is Ethan Lyons with Farmington. All right, finishing first in lane number 3 is Colin Hawkins with the time of 1:13.84. Finishing second in lane number 5 with the time of 1:24.73 was Ethan Lyons. Next up is going to be event number 12. This is the boys 100-yard butterfly varsity. Into the water they go. In lane number 1 is William Grimm with Farmington. Lane number 2, Sawyer Smith with Rosemount. Lane number 3, Daniel Budd with Farmington. Lane number 4, Spencer Rudd, Rosemount. And in lane number 5, Riley Casper with Farmington. Spencer Rudd with Rosemount in lane number 4 is leading right now as he heads back to the other end of the pool. It's pretty close between lanes 2 and 3 for second place. Hard to tell at the moment. And Spencer Rudd in lane 4 for Rosemount will finish first with a 58.42. Lane 2 will finish second. That's Sawyer Smith with Rosemount with a 1.01.01. Coming in third was lane 3. That's Daniel Budd with Farmington. Now, next up is event number 13. This is boys 100-yard freestyle. This is the junior varsity. This will be an all Farmington heat. All right, they're in the water here. In lane 1 is Evan Buss. Lane 2 is Logan Morris. Lane 3, Hudson Maxted. And in lane 4, Tyler West. It's pretty close here, but lane 4, that's Tyler West, is leading by about, I'd say a half a body length. Right on his heels in lane 3 is Hudson, his teammate. And let's see, as they go down to the other end of the pool, it's getting really close. But Tyler is still holding on to that lead by about a half a body length. If he can keep this up, he'll come in first. And Tyler will finish first in lane 4 with a 59.64. Lane 3, that's Hudson. He'll finish with a time of 59.98. Next up is event number 14. This is boys 100-yard freestyle varsity. In lane 1, Antroy Yuen with Farmington. Lane number 2, Noah Sranaski with Rosemount. Lane number 3, Adam Morlock, Farmington. Lane number 4, Josh Sikorsky, Rosemount. Lane number 5, Kennedy Gibbs, Farmington. And in lane number 6, Jackson Pruce with Rosemount. Pretty tight race right now between lanes 3 and 4. Adam Morlock from Farmington is in lane number 3. And lane number 4 is our own Josh Sikorsky. And Josh is pulling ahead by about a half a body length as he comes back to the starting end of the pool for the finish. If he can hold on to this, he will take first. And yes, Josh does take first in lane number 4 with a 51.51, followed by lane number 3 with a 51.91. That was Adam Morlock with Farmington. And in third place is lane number 1. That's Antry with Farmington with a 54.52.
Next event, 500-yard freestyle.
All right, up next is event number 16. This is the boys varsity 500-yard freestyle. All right, they're in the water. Lane number 1 is Eli Gober with Farmington. Lane number 2, Sullivan Labno with Rosemount. Lane number 3, Justin Raymond, Farmington. Lane number 4, Will Durfee, Rosemount. Lane number 5, Eli Montgomery, Farmington. And in lane number 6, our own Nolan Hansen with Rosemount. It's a lot of race here. It takes a lot of stamina. It's better them than me doing this one, I can tell you that. But right now, leading the pack here in lane number 4 is Will Durfee. And looks like lane number 2 is right behind him. Lane number 2, of course, is Sullivan Labno. Taking the bell is Will Durfee for his final lap down and back. Here comes Will Durfee now to finish his race with a time of 5:04.83. Sullivan Labno in lane number 2 will finish with a 5:09.88. Justin Raymond with Farmington in lane number 3 comes back and finishes in 3rd place. I'm sorry. He finishes in 4th place with a 5:33.19. Nolan Hansen in lane number 6 will come in 3rd with a 5:21.52. By the way, that's a 2/100th of a second for a better time for Nolan than he had previously. All right. Up next is event number 18. This is boys 200-yard freestyle relay, and this is the varsity.
Our next event, 200-yard freestyle relay, varsity.
I'll get them all read off to you here in just a moment when they get in the water. Here we go. In lane number 1 for Farmington is Kirster Vigesa, Wyatt Conan, Ethan Lyons, Logan Morris. In lane number 2 for Rosemount, Jackson Pruce, Lucas Gurton, Will Kerrigan, and Nolan Hansen. In lane number 3 for Farmington is Kennedy Gibbs, Daniel Budd, Justin Raymond, and Hentroy Yun. Lane number 4 for Rosemount, Quinlan Schroeder, Sawyer Smith, Sullivan Labnew, and Will Durfee. Lane number 5 for Farmington is Evan Buss, Tyler West, Eli Montgomery, and Colin Hawkins. Team Rosemount in lane number 4 is leading by a good half a pool length, if you ask me, here as we get another diver in the water. And I believe that's Will Durfee that just went in the water. So we should see lane number 4 finishing first in this relay. Here comes Will Durfee back in lane number 4, finishing for the team with a 138 even. In lane number 3 That's Hantroy with the Farmington team finishing with a 144.96. Coming in third, Nolan Hansen touches with a 151.10 for the team. And that is in lane 2. Good job, everybody. All right, up next is a Farmington heat only. This is event number 19, boys 100-yard backstroke, junior varsity.
Our next event, 100-yard backstroke, junior varsity.
Swimmers are in the water here, getting set. All right, in lane number 3 is Wyatt Connon with Farmington. Lane number 5 is Evan Christensen, also with Farmington. Wyatt has a previous time of 1:13.45 coming into this, whereas Evan is showing a 1:36.57 entry time. All right, here comes Wyatt back to the finish here. And he'll finish with a 1:14.41, just slightly slower than his previous time. Over in lane 5, Evan Christensen is coming in for his finish. And here he comes. He will touch with a 1:32.61. That's about a 4-second better time for him.
Next event, 100-yard
All right, up next is event number 20. This is the 100-yard backstroke for the varsity. All right, in lane 1 is Samuel Orwater for Farmington. Lane 2, Spencer Rudd, Rosemount. Lane 3, Jake Peterson, Farmington. Lane 4, Matthew Warwig with Rosemount. Lane 5, Thomas West with Farmington. And in lane 6, Josh Sally with Rosemount. Matthew Warwick in lane 4 is dominating at the moment by about at least a body length lead over the rest. Second place is really a tie at the moment between lanes 2 and 3. Lane 2 is Spencer Rudd with Rosemount. Lane 3 is Jake Peterson with Farmington. All right, Matthew will finish in lane 4 for Rosemount with a 54.74. Coming in second is lane 3. That's Jake Peterson with Farmington. Coming in third place is lane number 2. That's Spencer Rudd with Rosemount. And Spencer will finish with a 59.36. All right, we're almost done here. Just a few more events. Next up is event 21. This is the boys' 100-yard breaststroke with the junior varsity. So again, this will be a Farmington-only event and heat. In lane 1, Evan Buss. Lane 2, Chase Melby. Lane 5, Krister Vegesa. Well, so far it looks like Krister in lane 5 is ahead by, I don't know, about a half a body length over his teammate, Chase Melby, in lane number 4. They're keeping up that pace pretty much as it has been. So about a half a body length ahead for Krister in lane number 5 over his teammate Chase Melby in lane number 4. Evan Buss in lane number 1 is trailing the pack here. Evan comes into this with a 152.14 previously. Chase in lane 3 comes into this with a 122.82. And Krister in lane number 5 comes into this one with a 124.18. Finishing in lane number 1 is Krister with a 125.38. Right behind him in lane number 3, coming in second with a 125.95, was Chase Melby. Next up, event number 22. This is the 100-yard breaststroke for the varsity. In lane 1 is Tyler West for Farmington. Lane 2 is Jackson Bruce with Rosemount. Lane 3, Riley Casper with Farmington. Lane 4, Quinlan Schroeder, Rosemount. And in lane 5, Hudson Makestad for Farmington. Quinlan Schroeder is off to a commanding lead by a quarter of the pool length. In second is lane number 2. That's Jackson Bruce with Rosemount. Quinlan Schroeder in lane number 4 is on his way back to the finish here. Quinlan comes into this with a 59.15 previously. He's going to finish with a 1.00.87. Coming in second is going to be his teammate in lane number 2, Jackson Bruce. Jackson will finish with a 111.97. Coming in third is going to be a photo finish here, but it's going to be lane number 3. That is Riley Casper with Farmington with a 117.95. All right, folks, we're at our last event now. As they prepare here, our last event is the 400-yard freestyle relay for the varsity.
Final event of the night, 400-yard freestyle relay varsity.
Swimmers are on the blocks. In lane number 1 for Farmington is William Grimm, Chase Melby, Hudson Makestad, and Eli Gober. Lane number 2 for Rosemount is Noah Sranaski, Nolan Hansen, Josh Sally, and Spencer Rudd. Lane number 3 for Farmington is Adam Morlock, Kennedy Gibbs, Hantron Nguyen, And Jake Peterson. Lane number 4 for Rosemount is Josh Sikorsky, Sullivan Labno, Sawyer Smith, and Matthew Warwick. And in lane number 5 for Farmington is Thomas West, Samuel Allwater, Eli Montgomery, and Riley Casper. At the moment, in the lead is lane number 3. Let's see what happens at the transition here. Fairly close with lane number 4's Rosemount team. Rosemount got actually a very nice start on that one, catching up very quickly to the Farmington team, taking the turn at the other end of the pool almost at the exact same time. Rosemount now appears to be pulling ahead by about a half a body length as he comes back to the starting blocks for the transition again. There he is, makes the turn. Rosemount will stay in the lead in lane number 4. All right, the next set of swimmers are up on the blocks, ready to go in. Sullivan Labno will touch, and into the water goes Sawyer Smith in lane 4 for Rosemount. The lead for the Rosemount team in lane number 4 continues with about a full body length over the Farmington team over in lane number 3. In lane number 3 right now, that's Hantroy with the Farmington team, and in lane number 4 is Sawyer Smith with Rosemount. Sawyer Smith comes back to the start of the pool and into the water. Goes Matthew Warwick with Rosemount, continuing his lead and actually lengthening it. He's got a good 2.5, almost 3 body lengths over his opponent from the Farmington team in lane number 3. If Matthew can keep up this pace, he will help to bring his team to victory here in lane number 4. The team of Josh Sikorsky with Sullivan Labno, Sawyer Smith, and Matthew Warwick will come in first in lane number 4 for Rosemount with a time of 3:28.71. The Farmington team in lane 3 will come in second with a time of 3:37.64 with Jake Peterson from their team touching. It's going to be a close one here for third. I think it's going to be lane number 2. It is. That's Spencer Rudd touching for the Rosemount team in lane number 2 for third place with a time of 3:56.35. As you know, we've got 5 seniors on the Rosemount team this year that we want to pay tribute to. So while the swimmers are getting out of the water here,
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our competition.
let's go and take a look here at those senior swimmers. So our first senior we're paying tribute to here tonight is Captain Will Kerrigan. Will's postgraduate plans are to earn a degree in exercise science. He's going to get into bodybuilding and someday open his own gym. Good luck to you on that one. Hope you're very successful with that. He's been with the boys swim and dive team for 5 years. His favorite dive is the 403C. His favorite memory from his time on the team is competing at the sectional meets with his older brother, who was also another diver during his 8th grade year, and also competing at the state meet during his junior year. His hobbies include swimming with the swim and dive team and, of course, working at the mall. He's a 5-time varsity athletic letter winner, and he is a team captain, as we said, on the boys swim and dive team.
Does anyone have number 82? 82! Anybody got 82?
Next up is Sullivan Labno. Sullivan Labno's post-graduation plans are to attend college of the Holy Cross to earn a bachelor's degree in history and economics. He's been with the swim and dive team for 3 years now. His favorite race is the 50-yard freestyle in a relay. His favorite memory of his time on the swim and dive team is a 200-yard freestyle race at the sections meet during his freshman year. His hobbies include the swim and dive team, Riptide Swim Club in Apple Valley, Minnesota, developmental psychology, and in his spare time, he enjoys amateur archaeology and metal detecting, coin and paper money collecting, and fishing. I also like to collect paper money, so we have that in common. Sullivan is a National Honor Society member. He's also an AP Scholar, multi-year varsity athletic letter winner, academic letter winner, and an all-conference athlete, high school and club state qualifier. Good luck to you, Sullivan. Next up is Noah Sranaski. His post-graduation plans are to attend Iowa State University to pursue a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. He's been on the team for 1 year. His favorite time on the team so far, or favorite memory and race, is the 100 butterfly and 200 individual medley. His favorite memory, rather, is this season, when our team tied with Egan after the last relay. His hobbies are, he likes to play soccer, he's played it for 2 years, bowling, he did that for 3 years, tennis, he's done that for 1, DECA for 2 years. He's also a member of the National Honor Society, and he's a member of the boys swim and dive team. He's a 3-year academic letter winner, an award winner for Soccer Offensive Player of 2020, All Honors Award in bowling in 2021, Sportsmanship Award in tennis in 2022, and National Honor Society. Next up is our senior and captain, Tristan Timbers. His post-graduation plans are to attend college and earn a bachelor's degree in computer programming. He's been on the swim and dive team for 4 years. His favorite race is the 100-yard free. His favorite memory of being on the team is going to the state meet during his junior year. His hobbies include playing soccer, volleyball, and being in the band. In his spare time, he also likes to hang out with friends and play video games. He's a multi-year varsity athletic letter winner, Conference Honorable Mention Scholar of Athlete Award, National Chinese Honor Society, and of course, he's one of our captains here on the swim and dive team. Last up is Matthew Warwig, another one of our captains here on the swim and dive team. His post-graduation plans are to attend college to earn a degree in environmental studies and swim competitively at the collegiate level. He's been on the team 4 years now. His favorite race is the 100-yard backstroke. One of his favorite memories from being on the team is competing at True Team State during his freshman year. His hobbies include the swim and dive team and being on the fishing team for RHS. He's a 4-time athletic varsity letter winner, 3-time academic letter winner, an all-conference athlete, and of course, he is one of our captains here on the Rosemount swim and dive team. Congratulations, boys, and good luck to you all in the future. All right, I just was handed the scores from tonight. The scores for tonight's varsity were Rosemount 96, Farmington 83. That's all I have at the moment to share with you. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and watching both live and on the live stream. And we apologize for the technical difficulties earlier. We'll get that better as we get some of this equipment fixed. Thanks so much. Have a great evening and a great rest of your week.